City boy, city boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video. And you know, it's time to do our Friday night Smackdown review, baby. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into it, segment by segment. And we're starting out with, the show will start it out with Joe Tessitore and fucking Wade Barrett. They're walking through the arena, walking through the backstage, pretty much giving like the history of the arena that they're in and all that extra shit. Nobody really cares, but they welcome they open up the show, welcome to Monday or fucking Friday Night Smackdown, whatever. So they introduced the hometown hero because we in San Diego, so we get Rey Mysterio. You feel me? Rey Mysterio, he comes out, he lets everybody know, it's been almost 20 years, it's been 19 years almost to the date, right? That he won the 2006 Royal Rumble, right? And he goes ahead and he declares for the Royal Rumble, and that's cool. So we'll see Rey Mysterio win the Royal Rumble. That's awesome, right? And while he's going ahead, he's getting ready to invoke the name of Eddie Guerrero, and oh my goodness, let me just say, I am getting very sick, very tired of people invoking the name of Eddie Guerrero. Alright, I'm just over it at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, like, you gotta I'm not saying let it go, but you gotta let it go. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta let that shit be what it is, man. Like, I'm so tired. Every single time Dominic does anything, it's like, oh, this is disrespect to Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio talking about, oh, when I won it, I did it for that one special friend of mine, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, invoking his name for cheap pops it's just unbecoming of the WWE, man. I don't appreciate it. I'm sure his family may not mind, but just, I don't know, man. It's just, it seems like very distasteful if you ask me. But anyways, while he's getting ready to invoke his name yet again, Kevin Owens comes out, basically talks about how much he loves and respects Rey Mysterio and how much it would, he would just love to have a one-on-one match with him for the WWE champion because, he has the wing belt. So, he's acting delusional, thinking that he has the actual belt or whatever. And, there's that. They go ahead and set up a match for the night, which I enjoy, I'll never get mad at, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna beef today, I want to see you fight today. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I'm so tired of this. We have beef right now, so let's fight next week. I'm so tired of that shit. So I'm glad that we got that kind of classic wrestling segment tonight. Next things up, we get Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes backstage, both in suits. You understand? Cody Rhodes and Nick Aldis backstage, you know what I'm saying? And they're basically talking about how, they want to go ahead and sign the contract, or Nick Aldis wants Cody Rhodes to sign a contract, then he'll go and get Kevin Owens to sign the contract. Cody Rhodes is like, no, I want us both to sign a contract, and that's that. I could give a fuck. Next thing up, we get, the match between Candice LeRae, Nia Jax. They're going up against Naomi and Bianca. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? We've seen this match 1,000 times already, whatever. So Nia gets the pin over Candice, dropping that booty on her. You know what I'm saying? I love Naomi. Next thing up, we get Bayley and Byron Saxton. They're backstage. They're Bayley's cutting a promo, basically talking about how this is personal because, technically speaking, Tiffany was the one that made her lose her title, you know what I'm saying? She came in and distracted her when she was in her match against Nia Jax, and then Nia Jax took advantage of that, you know what I'm saying? Dropped that booty on her, and that was that, you know what I mean? She lost her title, so she says it's personal. I could give a fuck. Next up, we get Michin, B-Fab, Chelsea, and Piper backstage in a segment. Piper Niven, I like Piper Niven, you know what I mean? But I just can't stand how they're doing it right now, man. So we got Michin and BFAB. They're sitting down, basically talking about how, they always got the numbers game. Chelsea and Piper always have the numbers game every time Michin is about to win. Piper comes in. She's doing her whole, social, social, Secret Service gimmick, so she says, there's absolutely no threat in here. You can come on in, my queen, or my, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And Chelsea goes ahead, comes in, talks her shit. BFAB talks some shit to Piper, says, let's fight, and they set up a match for the night. So, cool with that. Jimmy Uso, he's doing the Jey Uso thing now, where he just, has a promo right before he walks out to the ring. I don't even remember what he said. It was very uneventful. Who cares? So right as Jimmy Uso is getting ready to go up against Carmelo Hayes comes out, does his entrance. You feel me? Basically tells Jimmy like, hey man, so you ain't got really nothing going on. Jay got a World Heavyweight Championship match coming up. Roman Reigns just got the Ula Fala back. What you doing? You know what I mean? So he says, lace your boots up, Unk. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to get your ass whipped. I love Carmelo Hayes. I'm glad that, he was able to get a match tonight. But, of course, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga are just not done with the Usos. They're not done with them yet for whatever reason. So they get into the match, after a while. It was a decent match. It was like really decent action. One thing I did want to talk about though in this match was how the fucking announce team, they're basically just burying the shit out of Carmelo Hayes. Like, I don't know why, right? But both of them are just burying the shit out of Carmelo Hayes, burying the shit out of NXT, like just making it like every single thing that Carmelo Hayes does, like, oh, maybe back in the day that would have worked, but right now, that's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that is not gonna work against Jimmy Uso. Like, come on now. Like, they just basically bury the fuck out of NXT, bury Carmelo Hayes, calling him a draft bust and all this stuff. And I can't get behind that, man. Like, why are you burying the talent like this, bro? They don't do this. And I'm not even the Mr. Cry racism guy, but really, they do not do this to any of the white talent, bro. They don't, bro. They only do this shit to the black dudes, man. I swear. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And hey, we get no Street Profits, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get some Motor City Machine Guns tonight. You better believe that. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? So they Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, they get in, they cause a disqualification, they beat Jimmy down. Melo's trying to get on their good side, but then they beat Melo down, and then Solo returns, right? Now, I was like, all right, cool. Here he goes, you know what I mean? Solo Sikoa, he's back. Let's see what the fuck he got to say, right? He grabs the mic. He waits around for a minute or two, and he doesn't say anything, drops the mic, and just walks out of the ring. He just walks out of the fucking ring. And I'm like, alright, okay, alright, whatever, right? So then next thing up, right, we get Jacob Fatu. He picks up the microphone and cuts a decent promo, actually, you know what I'm saying? I actually like Jacob Fatu's promo style. It's that intense, it has that intensity that most people are just missing from their promos. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking, I respect you so much. I respect everything that you've done over the, I'm tired of that shit. You know what I mean? I want to see some intense promos being cut, and Jacob Fatu, he has that intensity, so I can appreciate that about him. But another thing I wanted to say about this whole segment before LA Knight interrupts, because LA Knight will interrupt, and he will lay the smack it down on some candy ass right now. Where the fuck is Roman Reigns? You know what I mean? I know that he's coming back on the 27th, but this whole shit right here, it really just buries him further. You know what I mean? Like, didn't he just win the Ula Fala? Isn't he supposed to be the tribal chief? Like, so now that you're the tribal chief, what has changed? You know what I mean? Jimmy Uso is still gonna get his ass whooped by the Fatus and the Tongans, right? So what changed, bro? What changed? What the fuck? This is what I was saying, in a few videos ago, where I was like, What does it mean to win the fucking Ula Follow? What does it mean to be the tribal chief? What does it mean for the niggas in the locker room? What does it mean for the audience? What does it mean for the general managers? What does it mean? It doesn't mean shit, obviously, because Roman Reigns, he can just win the Ula Follow and then just not show up for 3 weeks. Let his brothers and everybody else get their asses whipped by these fucking Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Solo Sikoa doesn't even have shit to say anymore. Like, what's really going on, bro? But anyways, LA Knight goes ahead. He interrupts, lays the Smackdown on Fatu and Tama Tonga, and the numbers game catches up to him. Braun Strowman then comes out. Then he has a stare down with fucking Jacob Fatu. I don't understand this. I don't see how you're supposed to make me try to believe that Jacob Fatu in any world, in any universe, will have a chance against Braun Strowman, but this is the world of pro wrestling. This is the Triple H era. Fucking Braun Strowman has to get thrown out there to get his ass whipped by short, fat jobbers and skinny jobbers and twinks and the likes. So we move on. Okay. Next we're getting Los Garza versus Motor City Machine Guns, of course. But before that, we get the Legado del Fantasma as a group backstage, right? Santos Escobar is cutting a promo on Angel Garza and Humberto, and he's basically saying, "Hey man, we gotta fight for our respect." You know what I mean? Y'all gotta go out there and whoop some ass. All right, like that's basically what he's saying. Y'all gotta go out there and whoop some ass because we need that respect. Okay, they don't respect us right now, so y'all need to go out there, whoop some ass. Motor City Machine Guns, Los Garza, they go ahead, they have a match, boring fucking match. I don't give a shit. Nobody could care any less. Like, the crowd was so dead at this point. Nobody could give a fuck. Motor City Machine Guns, they win because Pretty Deadly come in, you know what I mean? Or even though Pretty Deadly came in and tried to, fuck up the match for them, they still won, which means Los Garza is just ass. They are just complete ass, you know what I mean? Like, ass, alright? I don't understand it, but whatever, okay? Next up, we get Piper Niven versus B-Fab. Not much to talk about in this match. It was like a fucking 3-minute match. Piper Niven won, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck ever, right? So, right after that, we get Rey Mysterio versus KO. Not much to talk about in this match, man. It's a good old Rey Mysterio match. We love to see Rey, but we knew that Rey was going to lose or there was going to be a DQ. One of the two was going to happen because KO has his WWE Championship match coming up at Royal Rumble. So there's no way they were going to have him lose, right? KO wins. After the match, he's getting ready to shake hands with Rey Mysterio, but he gives him a low blow, and then is getting ready to hit the package pile driver on Rey, and then Cody Rhodes, he interrupts. They get into another brawl for the 100,476th time, you know what I'm saying? They have a brawl for a couple minutes, security comes out, breaks them up, yawn nigga, snooze nigga. Like, I could seriously give a fuck about this shit. Tonight was so fucking bad, bro. So they brawl, you know what I'm saying? Right after they get done brawling, we get our commercial break. They go back to Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes. They're backstage. Nick Aldis basically says, I don't understand you. You can't follow orders, Cody. So y'all are gonna show up at Saturday Night Main Event. You're gonna relinquish your titles, and then y'all are gonna sign the contract. And since we're in San Antonio, we're gonna have the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, come on out. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who could give a fuck, bro? Like, you mean the creative guy over at NXT, bro? Like, who cares, bro? Like, who cares? Who could possibly give a fuck, bro? Whatever, bro. Alright, so Shawn Michaels, he's gonna be moderating the fucking, contract signing between those two, and really nobody could give a fuck. DIY and Pretty Deadly, they have their little segment, right after this, little backstage segment, or basically, Tommaso and, Johnny, they basically just say Pretty Deadly, y'all are a joke, people are laughing at y'all, nobody gives a shit about y'all, so y'all got that match next week with the Motor City Machine Guns. This is y'all time to shine. Y'all need to step it up. And I agree, right? I hope Triple H books them to win that match because nobody gives a fuck about the Motor City Machine Guns, bro. Like, we could give a fuck. This experiment that he's trying with it's already failed, bro. Like, we could give a fuck. The audience could give a fuck about the Motor City Machine Guns, and you could tell that because nobody cared when they were actually out there having their match. You know what I'm saying? So, we move on. Alright. Oh yeah, before we move on, Johnny Gargano, while he was backstage, he went ahead and attacked Apollo Crews, left him wincing in pain like Peter Griffin on the ground, you know what I'm saying? And that was that. After this, we get Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley. This match was way too fucking long, you know, and who cares? Tiffany, she gets the Alabama Slam, you know what I mean? Right into the prettiest moonsault ever, and that's how she wins the match, and that was her first title defense. Now, this match was just way too long, bro. It was just way too long. Like, I don't understand why every single fucking championship match, every single match that happens in the main event, it has to be this 30-minute fucking just spot fest, bro. Just straight snooze fest. Like, the crowd was not into it at all, bro. Like, they were very excited to see Tiffany come out, but after that, bro, the excitement died down very, very quickly. Like, I don't want to see my champions winning by the skin of their teeth, especially on a Monday Night Raw, bro. On a Monday Night Raw, on a Friday Night Smackdown, on these regular ass weekly TV shows, they should not be winning by the skin of their teeth, bro. They should be going out and dominating the competition, and that be that. And then building a feud backstage with getting some heat backstage, building the feud. And then during our pay-per-views, that's where we should be getting these 20, 30-minute matches where it actually means something. You know what I mean? Not just, well, we already know that Tiffany Stratton's going to win because it's her first title defense, like, and Bayley is ass, so we just know that she's not going to win. Like, so what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here, bro? What are we fucking doing? Tonight's show was so ass, bro. I'm surprised that I stayed up through the whole thing, to be honest with you, bro. I'm surprised, but I did it. I did it for the people. I did it for the people. All right. Tonight's show was ass. I give it a 1 out of 10. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Nothing got accomplished tonight. Nothing really happened tonight. I'm tired of seeing the Motor City Machine Guns on my TV screen. But Triple H, like I said, he loves his twinks. And that's just that, bro. Like, there's not much else to say about the episode, man. So, that's been the video. Let me know what y'all think about this, tonight's show. Or, comment below. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.